Hi everybody. Hey my wolves. Thanks for tuning in. Today, let's go ahead and talk about getting these eggs preserved. I had made a video in the beginning of the week when I was purchasing these from Sam's Club. I had to do some other videos and get some work done and schoolwork and housework, but here I am. So let's get started. First, I would like to introduce myself to those who may not know who I am and may be a first-time viewer. Hi, my name is Ms. Woo. Welcome to Ms. Woo's World. So I'm just a daily vlogger. Pretty much I vlog about what I do in a day in life with me. I have some hidden talents like everybody else. My woos are my subscribers. So if you want to become a woo, just hit that subscribe button. Watch this video as I talk you through it. So the way that we're going to preserve these eggs, I've been seeing it on the internet, and it's amazing. It's paying up front. I feel for your eggs and your produce needs. And there is a certain way that you want to preserve them. I went on the USDA website page and I found out exactly how we can just handle this safely, making sure that we, for one, don't ruin good eggs, don't waste our money ruining the eggs, and we don't make ourselves or family and friends sick while preparing them and trying to feed them. So these are some of the things that we're going to need. Of course, we're going to actually need the eggs. You're going to need some salt or sugar to preserve them. I'm just going to do salt. But if you do want to do salt and sugar both, what you would want to do is get some Ziploc bags. And I do prefer Ziploc because they zip tight, and then those odors won't get in or out. So yeah, and some parchment paper so that you can lie down to actually crack the eggs on. You're going to need some muffin skirts and a muffin pan. If you do not have a muffin pan, that's fine. You can use any pan, but you will need muffin skirts for sure. Another thing that we're going to do, because the egg can't just be cracked in the yolk set in this skirts, we're going to mix them. We're going to beat them. So what the USDA is saying, either we're going to separate the yolks from the whites and freeze that way, or we're going to beat, add a little sprinkle of salt or sugar and do it that way. And I did mention Ziploc bags, and that way you can label the ones that you prepared in sugar, that's sugar, and then the ones you prepared with salt as salt. And when you make in like salty ingredient, you can actually use the salted eggs. And if you're making cakes or cornbread, things like that, use the ones that you preserved with the sugar on them. All right, so let's get started. First, we're just gonna crack about 12. So we're gonna actually crack 12. My family went egg crazy. So this is 15. It was 15 dozen of eggs for about 60 bucks. So yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna crack them. Instead of doing them one by one, I mean, we could do it one by one. That's what you don't want to do. But we could do it one by one. And one thing I wanted to mention is that, have you ever noticed eggs get really like gelatin-like, that they're calling it gelation sets up? And another way to help make that egg stay into the consistency It's just sprinkled with salt. It does not need a lot. It does not need a bunch, just a little sprinkle to go on top of that egg. And you want to pause that for me? So this here is about 3 eggs that I'm going to beat, because you don't want to have to just beat one by one by one by one. We'll be beating and beating and beating and beating forever. And you do want to beat them, because see, once they freeze, of course it's going to be a water. That condensation again is going to set up in there. You don't want that, so make sure. Now if you do want to do your egg whites, do them separately. So yeah, this will not get us any sunny side up eggs. Unfortunately, just scrambled eggs and eggs to go in your food. And I mean, go on and just beat, 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 beat. You want to beat those eggs up. Put a bit much in that one, but that's all right. I mean, this is a genius idea. Ooh, that was a good one, and way to preserve the eggs. So like this, especially in this time, what's going on in the economy, not only in the economy, but with the bird flu and things like that, you'll have your eggs. And now this way, that salt will help preserve it and kill bacteria from growing, and it also helps against freezer burn. So like I said, before you go out and waste money and ruin expensive eggs and make yourselves and families and friends sick, please watch this video and please share it out so that your family and friends can see how to prepare these shell eggs the correct way, because there is a right way and a wrong way to do something. And what I've been seeing on the internet, it has partially been the wrong way. I see people go back to, you know, do it again and get it right. And adding that salt will not make the egg salty at all. So all we'll do is give it another stir. Well, no, we're not even going to stir, because they say for the salt actually to stay on the top. So we'll go ahead and pop these in the freezer. They say freeze anywhere from 5 to 24 hours. That way you will ensure that it's frozen completely all the way through. Now, one thing that I wanted to talk about before we end this video, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna do the whole box. Now, if you guys want me to do the whole box on a live or in a recording, hey, let me know. Get into those comments. Let me know. Say, hey, Ms. Wu, you know, we want to watch you preserve every single egg. That's 15 dozen eggs. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and freeze them. Once I freeze them, I'm going to store them in these Ziploc bags, like I said, and then you just pop them away in your deep freezer. Well, they'll last anywhere from 6 months to a year, even longer when you add the salt and you go about it that way. So yeah, thanks for tuning in today, and I hope you learned something. And like I said, when you do something, we want to do it the right way. We don't want to just cut corners for a YouTube video, or to be money hungry, or to get views. I really do care about you guys' health and safety. Again, this is Ms. Wu. Hugs and love. Hey, my Woos. I'm back with another one. So I wanted to add to the video and show you guys how the eggs look once they're frozen and once they're out of the skirts, and how let me show you guys this. Hold on. So this is how they look. Once they're folded and out of the skirt. And that looks pretty good. That's nice. So now I'm gonna label them the date and, you know, add more and freeze them. So these are the ones that it was so difficult, y'all. It wasn't a piece of cake. So I would say probably freeze them no more than 7 hours, I would say. So to get them out, it's not easy at all. We decided to take like a cake spatula and pry them in. They are stuck in there. They're pretty stuck. We're gonna get them. So after prying those out and going through everything, you'll find that some may not want to come off as easy, some of the skirts, or may leave paper behind. You don't want to eat paper. They don't tell you that part. So I decided to grab a little water and just dip them. Don't get the actual egg wet, just dip the skirt in the water and it should peel right off. And you want to move quickly with these eggs. So I would just add them right on in with the other ones. Dip it. And peel it right off. Again, let me show you what happens with the skirt without dipping them at times. It may leave a little paper. You don't want that. So like I said in the first video, in the first half of the video, let's do it right the first time. A little bit of paper does matter. You want to make sure you rid it of all of that excess cupcake skirt. You want to get all that off there. I gotta rinse my hands off now again. You want to move fairly quickly to kind of stop the movement, because I want to show y'all exactly how, you know, they would manage without being dipped in water. But that was essential to show you all that I really needed to. So I hope you guys found this video useful. Let me know in the comments. And you can add, you know, fill your bags up. Just make sure you date it. Mark it with a permanent marker. Today's date, you know, or the day that they were actually frozen. Or you could just put February on the packet. That won't hurt a thing either. And another thing with the eggshells, although my son was letting me know that the best fertilizer comes from bat feces and what other one?
Worm.
And worm. But I was explaining to him how we could crush these down and put them out back in the garden. But I think I had explained to y'all in another video how the raccoons and everything got to all of our vegetation, it was bad. So I have to get a privacy fence built or put some type of chicken coop or wire down to prevent that from happening again. But yeah, don't in the economy, the way the world is, don't throw anything away if you don't have to. Find a way, get a bucket, get another Ziploc bag, put those eggshells in, especially if you do gardening and things of that nature. Now, if you find an egg and it just, you feel like the paper is still on it, you can discard it if you want. But I'm gonna go ahead and trust my instincts that we removed all of the paper. So yeah, I hope you guys share this video out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit your notification bell so that you know every time I post a video. I don't want you to miss it. Thank you for watching.